Hello, welcome to Mashbouts. I'm Cheyenne Beige.
And I'm Naomi Puree.
And today we will be talking about babies and the process of cognitive, social, and physical development.
Alright, so let's talk about fetal development.
Sure, so basically if you're born with ovaries and a uterus, you'll have all the eggs you'll ever have in life. So if you're born with testes, you'll begin producing sperm at puberty and have an unlimited amount. So conception starts when a mature egg meets about 200 million sperm during intercourse. And fewer than half of all fertilized eggs, called zygotes, survive beyond the first 2 weeks. And about 10 days after conception, the cells attach to the uterine wall. And then the zygote forms a placenta and the inner cells become the embryo. By 9 weeks, the embryo is now a fetus, and during 6 months of fetal development, organs such as the stomach are formed and functional, and the fetus is also responsive to sound.
That's very interesting.
There are also things called
teratogens.
Yes, and they're harmful agents to the fetus, so if the carrying parent is a heroin addict, the baby will also be a heroin addict when they're born. Or if a parent is a heavy smoker, the fetus may be underweight when they're born because they receive fewer nutrients. Alcohol is also a
teratogen.
Every 1 in 750 infants is born with a small misproportioned head and lifelong brain abnormalities because of fetal alcohol syndrome. And about 4 in 10 alcoholic mothers who drink during pregnancy have babies with fetal alcohol syndrome.
We have our correspondent, Allison, in New York to talk about moral development.
Good morning. Could you tell us a little bit about the different theories of moral development?
Yes, first I will talk about the stages of Jean Piaget's intellectual development. There are 4 stages, the first being the sensory motor stage, lasting from ages 18 to 24 months. During this stage, infants are only aware of what is in front of them. They are constantly experimenting by putting things in their mouths. At this age, trial and error is very important, and this is the way infants learn about the world. Between 7 to 9 months, infants begin to realize that an object exists, even if it can no longer be seen. Next, we will have the pre-operational stage, lasting from toddlerhood through childhood. During the pre-operational stage, the use of language becomes more mature. Children at this age develop memory and imagination and are able to distinguish the difference between past and future, and can engage in make-believe play. The concrete operational stage lasts from ages 7 to 12. Children in the concrete operational stage demonstrate concrete reasoning. They become aware of external events. During this stage, adolescents can reason logically as long as reasoning can be applied to concrete examples. The last and final stage of Piaget's developmental theory is formal operational. This stage lasts from adolescence through adulthood. The formal operational stage starts in the teenage years. Adolescents are able to use symbols and understand abstract concepts. Piaget believed that the formal operational stage is the final stage of intellectual development. Each of Kohlberg's 3 levels of morality are broken down into 2 stages. The first level is pre-conventional morality. Stage 1 is called obedience and punishment orientation. The children in this stage act in order to avoid punishments and gain rewards. Stage 2 is called individualism and exchange. Children realize that not everyone has the same viewpoints as them. Moving on to level 2, conventional morality. During this stage of childhood development, children behave well in order to be seen as a good person by others. Also, during this time, the child becomes aware of laws and rules of society. Children obey rules and laws to avoid guilt. Post-conventional morality is the 3rd level of Kohlberg's stages of moral development. When children enter this level, they become aware that there are some times when rules and laws will not work for their best interests. By stage 6, individuals have developed their own set of moral guidelines. These guidelines may or may not fit the law.
Thank you, Allison. Very informative.
So now for our last segment, I think that Naomi is going to explain a few things to us.
Okay. Moral development helps with the development of an identity or someone's perception of themselves. We construct a large portion of our identity during adolescence, the period following the onset of puberty, during which a young person develops from a child into an adult. Our identities are often based on our role models and our day-to-day social environments. Location, class, race, gender, sexuality, and religion are all factors in identity. The social clock is a set of social norms that govern the ages which certain life events should occur, such as when someone should start walking, speaking, start school, get married, have children, and go into retirement. The social clock is different in different cultures.
So interesting, Naomi. Well, I think that concludes this episode of
Mash Browns.
Okay, let's go. Now, and conception.
Stop looking at me.
Nick,
I'm sorry.
we don't
Wait,
need you
let's,
here.
It's Abby's fault.
Can we start? The social clock is...
It's a talk show. We have to talk to each other.
Okay, but...
Like Kelly and Regis. Okay.
Next we will
And if you're born with testes, you'll begin producing sperm.
Oh my god.
We'll see you next time. See
See you next time when we talk about
hot peppers and growing them in your own home garden. Oh, garden.